And he joins us by phone. Michael, you've travelled down to Wellington already. You've landed, obviously, and making your way to the airport. Is that the case?
Yeah, we just landed about half an hour ago, and we're making our way out to Trentham now.
Okay. How excited are you about today?
We are excited about it. A little bit apprehensive because we got the favourite in the race, and but she's done everything right since her last run and worked well during the week. So the camp's pretty happy.
You'd rather be on the favourite than the outsider, Michael, I'm sure. Just tell us about that Tauranga win last time out. You were quite happy sitting 3 wide. She travelled beautifully under you. Well, what did she show you in the straight?
Yeah, well, I was quite happy to sit wide on her. There was a couple around me that sort of just had wet track form and well out of their grade. So I was happy just to sit wide and keep her out of trouble, and she travelled well within a comfort zone sitting there. So I was pretty confident a long way out. She just had a little bit of a flat spots turning in, but when I really popped the question, she sprinted pretty hard towards the line.
Yeah, it looked as though you had a little bit up your sleeve in the closing stages of the race as well. Getting back to Trentham, where she's won in a quick time on an anniversary, what are your expectations for today?
Hopefully we'll win. That's what we expect at the moment. But it's a quality lineup. There's a couple of horses in there that are up to sort of winning this race around her and that sort of thing. But we know our mare's got a lot of class on her side, and having a trip down here and being a winner on the course is a bit of a plus. So, and the good track will be in a favour today too. Although it's pretty windy down here at the moment, gusting up quite a bit, so that might play a little bit into the way some of the races are run today. But everything's looking good so far.
Okay, I'm picking that's why you're apprehensive, because you're going to the races expecting to win a Group 1. So that's all very well. Just tell us a little bit about her, Michael, because she isn't the easiest horse by all accounts to ride. What's she like sort of those track work mornings when you're hopping on her back?
Track work, she's not too bad, but she can be very keen in her track work and that sort of thing. And she has good days and bad days, but track work, she's not that bad. But probably the worst part of the race day is just getting through the bird cage and getting on her. She can be a little bit cantankerous, and that's the hardest thing. But once we're out on the track, she's normally pretty good. Okay,
from Barrier 3, have you got a plan for today?
Look, I just want to ride her where she's comfortable. It'd be nice just to be sitting midfield one off and try and work out what the race is going to unfold after we've gone a couple of furlongs. But that would be the ideal scenario. But I don't want to be riding her too far outside her comfort zone. I think the times that she's been ridden a little bit too far forward, she hasn't produced the sprint that she can. So. But we'll just play it by ear on how she begins. Sometimes she's not the best beginner if she gets a little bit rattly in the gates. But we'll just see how we begin. She's been beginning pretty well the last couple of starts this campaign. So we'll just play it by ear.
There'll be plenty wanting to get your back, Michael. Who's the horse you'd like to track into the race? Or if you're not prepared for that one, who's the horse that is hardest to beat?
Look, you'd like to be... have True Enough somewhere in your sights and that sort of thing. So I expect he's probably going to have to work across from that outside gate, and probably Shadow's Cast is probably going to use the inside gate to some extent. So, if we're 2 or 3 lengths off him most of the way, well, I think we'd be in a nice spot. So, yeah, it'd be just nice to be maybe 5th or 6th and just trampling comfortably underneath me.
Okay, 3 rides for you today at Trentham. The first of those is Expression in the 4th, one who's yet to miss a placing in New Zealand. Just tell us about how the ride came about.
It was a little bit of surprise. Guy Larry just rang me up and said he had one coming back from Australia, and I didn't really click. And then he mentioned Expression, so she's quite exciting if she gets back to New Zealand form, although some of the Australian form she wasn't too far away and run some handy races over there. But if she comes back to 3-year-old New Zealand form, well, she's got to be a good chance, even though she's got to carry a bit of weight with 59 on her back, but she's quality at best.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going back and just having a look at her run in the 1,000 Guineas last year when she was so well backed as well for third place. What's Guy told you about what sort of condition she is in for today?
He hasn't really said a lot at this stage. Like, she hasn't had a trial since she's been back, but I think maybe they have organised jump outs down that way, so I guess she might have had a jump out here, but Guy hasn't really said a lot to me at this stage, so I'll be just waiting to hear from him before we get on.
I guess it's just a case of putting your faith in her class, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, but as I say, she's got 59, giving a bit of weight to a few other rivals, but yeah, she's probably got the qualities that she can carry it for a fair way.
Okay, yeah, and your other ride for the day is the rehearsal, or the dress rehearsal for the Captain Cook. The race beforehand was Sacred Charm. Also was really hitting the licence nicely at Pukekohe last time out. You've picked this one up for Stephen McKee. Just tell us about how you've assessed her chances in the race.
Yeah, I won a couple of races on her earlier on in her career, and she ran a good fourth in the Cambridge Breeder Stakes as a 3-year-old, and didn't really have all favours either.
Okay.
And she showed a fair bit early on. I think she might have had a few issues since then, but her runs have been improving this time in, and we're pretty sure that she does go left-handed better than what she does right-handed. So if that's the case, I think she can be quite competitive.
Yeah, okay, so 3 really good rides. Just going back into Sapira, now when 1,000 Guineas was on, you opted to stay north, didn't you, to ride Sapira at Tauranga and in the end missed a regular ride in Loire in the 1,000 Guineas. Is today the payoff? Was there a decision at the point?
Well, that's right. I'm one group one down for the season, so I'm trying to make it up on this one. You know, I left the decision which direction I was going to go towards after the Soliloquy and after Loire performed so poorly in the Soliloquy. I contacted Ken and I said I'd stay up here and ride Sapira. So at that stage I hadn't realised that that Loire had a heart fibrillation and there was something amiss. So, but we had got to make decisions and stick by them. And this is the mare. This is the mare I've been wanting to ride all season. So I didn't want to be losing the ride by not staying up here and riding it at Tauranga. So just one of those decisions you got to make, and it didn't work out for me on the day by missing a Group 1, but I'm more than hopeful we can make up for it today.
Absolutely, and of course by going to Trentham it means you are missing a ride at Ellerslie in a group race. Riadini, just give us your thoughts on that horse.
Oh, look, I think Sam Collett was always going to be back on Riadini anyway. After talking to Nigel after I won at Tauranga, she'd done all the work and won the first 2 races on her. But he's a pretty smart individual, and although this is his toughest test, and there's a couple of nice horses in that field, but yeah, what he's shown so far, he's got to be a really good chance in that race. He's a really neat, nice moving horse, and he's got a little bit of quality about him. So be interesting to see how he goes today.
Absolutely. Really appreciate you giving us the time this morning, Michael. Not too sure if you heard earlier on, $15,000 placed on your mount Sapira in the Captain Cook Stakes today. Michael Coleman joining us on his way to Trentham for Group 1 Ridges Wellington Captain Cook Stakes.